Hi everyone and welcome back. So the another interesting topic we are talking about is Nestjs Workspaces. You might have used Annex, Bit, Larna, all these different monorepo tools. But out of the box, Nestjs also provides a lightweight monorepo solution, which helps you to segregate the different applications into the different folders and where the dependencies can be shared, like node modules will be shared. Even you can add a libraries, shared libraries on top of it. So let's explore, because this is really very important topic, and maybe in future projects you can just use this Nestjs workspace and lightweight monorepo for building the application where you can segregate the multiple repository, multiple applications, auth service, billing service, and multiple services together inside this lightweight monorepo. Okay, let's get started. So first what we will do is we will install the Nest CLI, because Nest CLI is something which we will use to create the applications. So now we can just create a simple application. Nest new auth app. Choose the options. Okay, I will choose npm, and this is my repository. This is how it looks like. So this is a normal Nestjs application which contains the source, test, package.json, and here it is like bootstrap of a simple application which contains a simple controller, service, and package.json, where all the dependencies are there, build configurations, and you can see the node module with everything. It's like a simple Nestjs application. So what we want to do on top of that, we wanted to create another application. Let's say, because we are talking about Monorepo Solution, that means, so if we expand a particular folder and see what it contains the whole setup. I mean, there is a source and it contains the whole main.ts, controller, services of user app, and similarly there is an auth app. Both contains their own main.ts file. That means they exist as a two different separate Nestjs simple service. It can be HTTP service or whatever you consider. This is the build configuration they are extending the ps config which is available at the root, and this is output directory inside a dist app, user app. So if you want to rename, let's say, because we created these folders, user app and auth app, but later if you want to rename these, then you have to rename from each and every place, because there are many places where the user app is configured. In the Nest CLI.json, there it is talking about, okay, where the project is, where the application is located, where is the source root, right? So you need to rename it every possible occurrence to rename the folder structure, or while creating the service, you can just take care of the naming convention. But this is how you can manage if you want to change it. Okay, I have renamed the root package.json. This is the root package.json, which is going to bootstrap two different individual applications. Now, I mean, in this lightweight monorepo, we don't see a solution where we can run both these applications together. I mean, I just need to do npm run start dev, and it starts both the user app and auth app. So to manage that, we just need to do a simple tweak. How we can do it? Let's take a look onto that. It has only one single build configuration, some dependencies, and dev dependencies. Now, how can we play with these npm scripts so that we should be able to bootstrap both the applications, like starting or stopping? So the most important aspect of this whole setup is Nest serialization. I mean, it contains lots of information, right? Compiler options. If you see here, the root application is apps auth app, and the project, there are two projects I have added, user app and auth app. Now what will happen when you do npm run build in this Nestjs monorepo? It is going to build this root application, which is auth app. I mean, it doesn't care how many applications you have added, because the root application is auth app, the first application which you have created. I mean, we cannot change this behavior, but we need to tweak our package.json script so that we can take care of building both these applications, user app and auth app. What will happen is it will just try to build that particular root folder, root application, which is auth app. Or if you try to do npm run start dev, it will be starting only the auth application. If you see the build inside the dist folder, you will be able to see the output, and inside dist you see only auth application, because it is building only one application. So here, if you just try to do npm run start, it will be starting only one application, which is auth app. right? So let's change this behavior using our package.json. So we can just use npm scripts, and concurrently we should be able to start and build both the application, user app and auth app. So here we are going to create a two npm script, start dev. So start dev for one application, start dev for another application, and you can watch these apps. You just need to specify application name here, like user app or auth app. Auth app is being start by default, so we just need to worry about user app. Okay, we'll just copy this thing, and we can use concurrently because we need to run both these commands concurrently together. Okay, so I will just install that using package.json npm install -- save concurrently. So once the concurrently module is done, we can just start both these together. So this is what a simple command looks like concurrently, and we have two different commands here, and concurrently some colors and npm dev. So it is going to check the prefix dev, and there are two npm script with the dev prefix, dev auth and dev user. It should be able to just start both the application. So when you try to do npm run start dev, it will be starting the user app and auth app together. Another thing is, because both the applications might be using the same port, so you can change the port in the main.ts. No errors found, both the applications are up and running. So you can just do the same task. If you have multiple application, more than two, you can do the same set of script. Now we can also create a library. So till now we just have a simple application. I have assigned two different port, 3011 or 3010. You just need to change the port because both cannot run on the same port. Another thing is, you can just also create a library, Nest generate library external, and it will just create the library for us. So I created this library in the wrong folder. So I need to just revert this. We need to move the library inside our Nest monorepo. So if you see the library folder structure, it is also same thing. It has its own tsconfig and source folder. Inside source folder, you can actually add your external module, external service. Now what is library? Library is nothing but everything which you are using externally. Like, let's say I can create a database module, Kafka module, RabbitMQ module, AWS S3 module. Those all are external library. And now the important thing is, how can we use these library into our application code? So here I just generated this library again, because I need to generate it inside a Nestjs monorepo. Now everything looks fine. We have a libs external, and I can see external module, external service. Now the next part is, how can we use this library, external service, external module, into our application code? I mean, there are two applications, user app and auth app. So I'm just going to write a simple method here, and then I will be using this particular method. I will be calling this particular method in one of my service, user app or auth app. So it can be a simple message, external service. This external service is already a part of external module, right? So what we need to do, like if you want to use this service, you will import the external module, right? So external module you can add inside one of your application. Here I have app module. I can just add this in the import declaration. Okay, external module, import it. They will be import prefixed with app. Okay, now I can use the external service. I can inject the external service inside app service. I can just write a constructor, private read only service, external service. This is called dependency injection of external service inside this service. Okay, so here I got external service, and then in these particular methods I can just call return this dot service dot particular method get hello. So this is how we can add or we can integrate any external library into your service. I mean, this is how we do even if we write a single application, right? Now I'm able to call this. Now user app also, you can actually do the same thing if you want to add. This is running on 3011, this is running on 3000. So we should be good with the port wise. We can start the application. So here I can see I'm doing curl localhost, and it is giving me hi from library. So how that is happening? It is actually reading this. It is actually calling the external service from the external module and getting this message from there. So this is how this whole ecosystem works. It's actually a lightweight monorepo solution where you can create external libraries, create multiple applications, and Nest CLI will manage these applications in its own way. Now, what are the pros and cons? I mean, why should I use this instead of NX, Learn? I mean, nobody is forcing you. If you are building an application which contains some multiple submodules, you can actually probably divide them as a library, divide them as a application. The important part is here we are not creating multiple node modules copy. No some kind of a sublinking. Here it has a one dedicated node modules which is shared among all the different services, and it can be deployed. I mean, the CI/CD in the CI/CI pipeline, it can be deployed as a single application, and then you can allocate, like even if I'm just deploying this as a serverless Lambda or server based, there is just respective folders. You can manage all those things using root package.json. Now, don't expect that all kind of utilities which NX or Bit or these monorepo solutions provide. But if you want to do something quick, I think Nestjs Workspaces are really nice solution for managing lots of libraries and lots of services together. So instead of growing the large code base where you have multiple teams, each teams can dedicate themselves into a respective application, and you can manage the shared library inside a libs folder. So I really like this concept, and going forward, I'm going to use this. So next, we are going to work with a Kafka and Nestjs microservices. Where we are going to create API gateway and the billing service. What I will do is I'm going to use this particular feature of Nestjs Workspaces, and we are going to build a small new application inside it.